Good morning, everybody. Morning to day 30 from the Appalachian Trail. We are pushing north out of Uncle Jonny's today, and we're just crossing the Untitled River, following our white blazes. Got a fairly respectable day. Only gonna do 14-ish, and got a nice campsite. It's supposed to be up trail, so we'll check it out. Right now it's a little overcast, but I think it is going to clear out. Oh, that must be the beautiful one. So let's get pushing up trail, see what we got going. We'll bring you along. Stick around. And right out of the gate, we got our very first set of train track crossings. So let's go check it out. Oh, loose rocks. We don't gotta go under any cars because there's no cars here. Look left. Look right. No trains. And there's the trail right there. Short and sweet. There's a nice view of the river this morning. We're actually hiking upstream on the other side. Unlike when we came into, or when we were above it, going downstream on the other side, on river left. Today we're going upstream, river right. This is the only clearer view of the morning so far of the river, so thought I'd share. And apparently it wants to start raining on me. That was not in the forecast. Alright, let me get a move on. Here's the trail. Just some relaxing sounds of the forest. We've been walking by this stream most of the morning, ever since we turned up the mountainside away from the river. It's just been absolutely beautiful. Calming. The sounds are great. They're epic. Just a quiet, peaceful morning. So I wanted to share with that. Okay, well, we made it to the first shelter, which is our morning snack break. Just over 2 hours in and just over 4 miles in. So, slowing down today, intentionally. You know, 4 days worth of food, a heavy pack, all fresh gear. So, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Double decker. Wow. Triples. I don't see, other than a handful right down there of respectable Unless there's some up over there. Tent sites. This is the Curly Maple Gap Shelter. Bunch of pack hangers with the mouse guards. That's what those cups and cans and lids are to keep the mice from climbing down under your pack. And a folder graffiti board. Alright, let's get a snack and hydrate. Well, there has not been a whole lot to film since our morning break at the shelter. We've pretty much done another 4 miles to our lunch spot, which is right here, called Indian Grave Gap. That's the road crossing. And down these steps. I'll show you the steps. I just came down. Okay, so trail goes straight across the street over here. What do we got? Just an old mountain highway. I don't see any numbers or any cars, so let's cross. Alright, well, I was hoping there'd have been some water here, but there's no water. I'm not out, but I'm low. So we're just gonna hang out right here and have lunch. Alright, we'll get back to you when we're pushing down trail. Alright, here's what we've been climbing all day for. This is called the beauty spot. And hopefully the wind doesn't ruin this one again, or also. Right down there in the center of the screen would be the town of Irwin. That's how far out we are. We are over 8 miles out. Yep, over 8 miles out. Actually, no, I'm sorry, we are 10 miles out. Just a giant bald, and yeah, you can't drive up here. Gravel road. That's pushing north. Alright, I'm off the other side of the mountain. I gotta go find water. I just finished mine, so I gotta get water. That's a beautiful view though. Well, we are coming through the top of Unaka Mountain. Coming through the top forest. It was a lot of rocks and bouldering. Now it's turning into pine and moss. Real soft and spongy. There has not been a lot of views today. Actually, I am at the end of my day just about. Ooh. Trying to follow the white blazes here. About a half mile out of where I want to find camp and call it a day. So just bring you along through here. This is cool. It's cold though. I can feel the dampness. I don't think I want to stay up here. I believe the very top of this, when we get there, we're not there yet, is around 5,100 feet. So I do want to push over the top and down the backside a little bit. Still pushing for that 14-mile day still. All right, we'll bring you back when we get to camp, or find a camp. Hey, well, welcome and good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for end of the day wrap up. We're just getting camp set up now. It's about 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's chilly up here. It's a little breezy, so we're gonna go ahead and get this wrap up done real quick so I can finish up getting my bedding set up and get dinner cooked and everything else put away that needs to be done for the night. I'm tired, so gonna keep it short and sweet. But again, thanks for tuning in. So here we go. Let's take a look at the book and see what we did today. All right, so we started right there at 344.2 after a Nero and a 0 at Uncle Jonny's, which is River Road and Unaka Spring Road in Irwin, Tennessee. And then we climbed all day long. That's pretty much all we did was climb. Some of it was gradual, some of it was steep. There's our Curly Maple Gap Shelter where we stopped for a morning snack. And we climbed out of there. And then we had some steep climbs. Climbed up to Indian Grave Gap. Pushing on, there was the power line. We went up over the top of Beauty Spot right there at 356.1. That elevation was 43.21. Had a small downhill out of Beauty Spot. Not much. Right there at 356.6, the Pipe Spring and campsite. I topped off water there because there was no water past that to where we're at now. So then from there was a straight switchback, climb. And we ended the day right here at 358.5 at a stealth campsite. Right on the back side of Unaka Mountain in the dense spruce forest. It's pretty cool up here. You know, a whole beds of pine needles. But our day ended up being a 14-3 day. I could have pushed a little more, but I was just, I was getting wore out, so. No need to push any harder than needs to be, so we're going to rest up and try and do the same thing tomorrow. Hopefully the terrain's a little better. But again, if you enjoyed it, tune in for tomorrow's video, and I appreciate everyone for coming along. And leave me a comment if you got anything positive you want to say. If it's negative, well, you know, we'll see what it is. But again, I appreciate every one of you for tuning in and following along. Thanks for being here, and we will see you guys in the morning. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.